You might have seen many comebacks in your life, even its academic comeback or self-development, but I bet you never have seen such a comeback where a person pulls out from one of the worst phases of life you could ever imagine. So, recently I was scrolling on Reddit, and I found this brother sharing his life story, and I thought I should show his amazing story to the whole world. So, here is it then.
Hey, you guys. I've decided that I would like to share my experiences with self improvement in the hope that it may help inspire others. I've taken too much over the years, and it is far beyond time I try to give back. There is too many people in this world that are happy to contribute nothing and expect everything. I'm ashamed to say I used to be one of those people. First of all, a little bit about yours truly. I am an unemployed divorced male with anxiety, depression, OCD, at that good stuff, in my 30s from the south of England. My wife left me in September of this year, after 15 years together, 5 of which we were married. She left me, and quite rightly so, because of my possessive, obsessive, and manipulative behavior. That pain I felt of my marriage dissolving right before my eyes was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. I have mourned the death of a couple of close family members, and without a shadow of the doubt, the pain of my separation was easily the worst mental and physical pain I've ever felt, and I truly would never wish it upon my worst enemy. I was a mess. I'd experienced blazing hot flushes, cold sweats, pins and needles in my hands and feet, headaches. Every beat of my heart was like getting hit in the chest with a sledgehammer. I couldn't get enough air into my lungs, and this made me lightheaded. It was fucking bad, bro, to say the very least. Now, having set the scene, it's now time for the part of the story that we're here for. From the time she left up until late October, I begged and pleaded incessantly for her to take me back. I apologized for everything, but it wasn't enough. In her eyes, my worth was nearly as low as I saw it. So anyway, it got to the end of October. It was Halloween, in fact. And I had an epiphany, and that's a big word. I wasn't going to feel this pain anymore. I refused to allow myself to waste another second of my life feeling this way. So I did the natural thing and turned to the internet for help. I went to Amazon, or as I like to call it, my home away from home, and bought every self-help book that appealed to me. Money be damned, I had to do something. Anything to sort myself out. I was in the middle of decorating and decided to trade in my entire GameCube collection at the local game store, using the money I got from that to pay for my help. The first book I read was Hardcore Self-Help, Fuck Anxiety by Robert Duff, Ph.D. This book helped me understand my anxiety so well. It didn't concern itself with solely trying to fix anxiety, but rather, it tried to fix the anxiety whilst giving me as much knowledge as possible about what occurs in the brain of someone who has anxiety. The second book I read was another by Robert Duff, Ph.D. Hardcore Self-Help, Fuck Depression. Same as with Fuck Anxiety. This book, first and foremost, set out to help the reader understand a brain that is suffering with depression and gave tips and information in regards how to best deal with this awful mental illness. Once I read both these books and reread them over and over again, I felt in a far stronger position to move on to the next step of self-improvement. Enter Gary John Bishop. Gary John Bishop's trio of books, Unfuck Yourself, Stop Doing That Shit, and Do the Work, are fantastic. I cannot say enough good things about them. I have read Unfuck Yourself and Stop Doing That Shit twice, and have worked through Do the Work from cover to cover. I have since found that GJB has a fourth book, Wise as Fuck, and have ordered it, and am currently waiting to read it. The final book I'd like to bring your attention to is actually 5 books in one. I picked it up on a whim, because it was cheap, under a tenner for a near 700-page book, and I had some money on a gift card. So why the hell not write? Changing Your Mind by Jack Thomas at any price is fantastic value for money. It includes the releases, Change My Life, How to Change Your Mindset, Creating New Habits, Lack of Motivation, and Rewire Your Brain. If only one of these titles would interest you, then just buy that. But for me, paying the price of one book for all 5 was a no-brainer. Another way I improved my outlook on life and mental state was through meditation with the app, Headspace. I have learned how to stop my brain from racing constantly and worrying over every little thing, and to accept that I can't control everything, so to not worry about what I cannot control and just focus on me. I used to spend near 45 minutes to an hour a day meditating with this app, but now I find I can get away with meditation in the morning to set me up for the day and meditation last thing at night to help me sleep. So, all these things combined with, or at least I'd like to think LOL, a newfound self belief and confidence and mental strength has helped me conquer my feelings of worthlessness and fear of life getting away from me. All this, combined with talking therapies, helped me turn things around. Now, time for the second act. Yes, there's more, in which we shall discuss my physical improvements. By the end of September 2021, I had ballooned over the years to the rather unsightly weight of 25 stone, 7 LX, aka 162 kilos, or 357 bars. Needless to say, I was a disgusting slob. I realized that the foods that I used to gorge myself on no longer gave me the pleasure they once had, so why eat them? And the energy drinks I drank day in, day out did the opposite to what they are supposed to do, and made me sluggish, tired, and without even enough energy to get out of bed most days. So, I swapped my energy drinks for water and cold tea, my chocolate and sweets with banana and pineapple, my fully loaded cheese pizzas with grilled chicken breasts and vegetables, and doing this, combined with newly adopted daily walks, has helped me in just over 11 weeks to lose 42 kilobais or 19 kilo. I have since incorporated new exercises into my day-to-day and hope to see continued weight loss. So, I know what you are thinking. Who gives a fuck about you? I want to help me, not sit here and watch you suck your own dick. Well, first of all, if I could, I would. Thank you very much. But I digress. Regardless of how hard things get, and how dark the world might get for you, and how abandoned, helpless, and broken you feel, I promise you it will get better. You need to look deep inside yourself and see your own self-worth, because if you love yourself, who gives a shit if anyone else does or doesn't? Whatever your circumstances may be, if there is something about you or your life you wish would be different, then stand up straight, shoulders back, head held high, and work hard. Work harder than you have ever worked for anything before, because you owe it to yourself. There are countless people and countless resources out there waiting to give you all the help and support you need. All you need to do is ask. Whether you're an incel, perpetually single, divorced, widowed, happily committed, or whatever, how can you expect anyone, male, female, or otherwise, to care about you and love you if you do not love yourself? I lost my confidence over the years. I lost my self-worth, my self-respect, and allowed the great guy I was, be overshadowed by a total piece of shit. It cost me my marriage ending, to see where I stood, and it was on incredibly shaky ground. But since then, I've regained my confidence, even more than I ever had before. I finally see worth in myself. I see masses of untapped potential inside myself, and I'm excited to see what the future has to offer, and grab it with both hands. So please remember, if there is something, anything you want in life, go and take it. Work as hard as you can to improve yourself, and never take no for an answer. Well, maybe a job interview you should. I mean, are you really qualified to be a heart surgeon? Mentioning job interview, I'll leave you with a funny story that happened to me when I applied for a position years ago as a laboratory technician. The interview hadn't gone too bad, actually. Then they moved on to electronics and electricity. The two men sat either side of the gentleman interviewing me, watched in horror, trying to cover their smiles and laughs with their hands. As to the question, "Can you tell me the difference between AC and DC?" I smiled and instantly replied, "Well, I've heard of the band." Maximum respect to the interviewer, though. He just looked at me over his glasses and quipped, "I don't believe that is an appropriate answer in an interview environment." Needless to say, I didn't get the job, but I did get picked up to work in another department at the same facility, which was run by one of the two men sat with the interviewer in my interview. So I obviously left an impression on him, LOL. So, this was the story of that guy. The comeback he just pulled is remarkable. These are the moments in our life where we don't be brave enough to stop what's getting us away from our loved ones. Then realize it too late when it can't be fixed. I hope this story of our brother has been worth it to listen for you. See you in the next video. Till then, have a nice time ahead.